It's all over.
Yo guys, hello, Variety Leroy, or Gaming Leroy, or just Leroy, or Brad if you want. Yeah, so I've just been watching the E3, Bethesda's. Wow, Doom looks awesome. It's, it's just like how Doom was, but better. They were showing off the card game of Elder Scrolls Legends. And that looks alright, but I'm not that much into card games. And then they were showing off another game that looks quite good. I forget what it's called. But the most important thing, Fallout 4. If you didn't go to the conference or you didn't watch it, then this is a video for you, because I've been writing down notes of what they've been talking about, what they've been showing, and this is it. It starts before the Great War, so you can see how it was before all the bombs started coming down and before everyone started jumping into vaults. And that is actually where you start creating your person. You put so much into it that when you're creating your character, you're not doing little slides or clicking this. No, you're actually sculpting it as it's there. So you could be there just sculpting out the chin, moving it down, changing the colour of your face and all that. And for all the females out there, you can play as a female now. Oh! And they're both fully voiced, both scripted. But another good thing, it's not scripted, like you'll have to skip dialogue if you can't be bothered. You get to choose your own dialogue when you're talking to people, like you do in Mass Effect. Now that's good. That's good for a dialogue person. So they didn't show much of the storyline, but they explained that it's 2 years later, after you see how it is before the Great War. 2 years later, you end up in a vault. Or well, you end up coming out of a vault. It's based in Boston. The gameplay they showed, it looks like Skyrim, but shinier and better, and they still give you your freedom of choice, so it's not all storyline. You can go off and shoot some stranger in the head if you want to. You get a dog as your best friend, and you can give it commands. So you could be just pointing at, let's say you see a wrench. You could be pointing at it and say, "Go get it, boy. Go get it," and it'll run over, grab it, bring it back to you, and there you go. The reason why I said a wrench was that was in the video, but also every item you get, even junk, is now usable. I'll explain that why later. But for now, on the shooting part of it, when you're firing your gun, it's much accurate, much realistic, much better. it's better. Yeah, the VATs are much sweeter as well. You know how you normally VAT and it's like stop time and you got you're choosing where to go and where to go. It slows it down when you go into VATs, but I don't know, it's just, you'll need to see the video, but yeah, it's sweeter, it really is. The towns and the places you go look like they actually are, somewhere you can go, and the town people themselves look more like townspeople instead of just walking here and walking back. It's more realistic in that way. The Pip-Boy is fully animational, so when you're there and your little Pip-Boy looking through, you're actually scrolling through and flicking and such, and the little icons you have in it, the guns and the Pip-Boy person themselves all have animations, so that's great. That's a good, everything in the Pip-Boy is an animation, so that is great. Why did I say that every item is usable? Because you can craft now. I mean, no, yeah. You could craft before. You could make bullets in New Vegas. Yeah, but you couldn't make your own house, could you? Yep, that's right. You can from scrap objects from a tin can. Well, not one tin can, but from anything you gather, you can form that into something usable to craft your own base, your own house. You can you can do it however you want, because there's well, I don't know if you can do it anywhere you want, because there is large sites where you can build, and if you can build more than one, and if you build more than one, you can have the Ibrahim caravans to go to each house. Go to that house, go to that house. I need more shit there, right? Put there over there. But there's a lot more design into it. You can create your house. You can plant crops and food. You can get your own water supply. You can build your own power generators, which is usable. You build your own power generator, and then you hook it up with wires through switches and such, and you can even make terminals to tweak around what your wires are going through, where your power's going, and all that. It's more realistic in that sense, in a Fallout sense, or in a realistic sense. What was it? You can also build turrets and defenses. You can build guard towers, because you will need them. There'll be raiders attacking you if you don't build defenses. Oh yeah, there could be more than 5 raiders coming at you. Just to get inside and nick a few things, or even just want to kill you. But yeah, so you'll need turrets for that. I'm sure in the game you'll find receipts, or it'll be in your Pip-Boy to show you how to build these. But oh man, and the thing about New Vegas, in New Vegas, when you could attach mods that you buy for hefty prices and then attach them to a weapon. This, you can customize your guns. You can mod them again, but in a more customizable way. You could have a pistol and customize it with mods to make it into a rifle instead. I think wait, that might not be accurate actually. I know that they did a lot of modding, but I was in the middle of writing notes and such. So it's either you can mod them up to be big and hefty, or you can mod them from a pistol to a rifle. I'm not sure which. I'll have to look back on that. So don't judge me for that. That was a mistake. Another thing as well, you can even make and modify your own power armor. So you don't need to run around to Leon's to get a bit of training for power armor. I don't know if you can do that from scratch. I think you will need a power armor, or you might not. I'm not sure, but you can make it your own. The great thing about all Fallout games, you could be just sitting in the sun, on little, grass, on dirt, and you could be just there, listen to your radio, listen to nice old songs, and boom, raiders coming at you, super mutants, rad scorps, death claws, protectron, ghouls. There's also blood bugs. They're like, what I've seen of them, they look like mosquitoes, but as big as a bolt fly. And there's also synthetics. I think the synthetics, they were called synth, and they looked nasty. Death claws are in it. Death claws. A great thing I seen, because they showed a few great things, in it, and it showed a point where you're flying in a helicopter holding a Gatling gun. What? That's amazing. And you've seen a spaceship crashing down as if someone's just shot it down, and like a massive iron cannon or a beam or something smashing down and blowing shit up. It looks phenomenal. Do you want to know when this comes out? It comes out November the 10th this year. So early. They must have been working on this for years. They must have been. They must have been like, oh, well, New Vegas isn't doing very well. Let's crack on that Fallout 4, eh? Yeah! Or maybe they were doing it before Fallout 4. Or in the middle, maybe. Doing it before New Vegas. Or in the middle of New Vegas. I'm not sure, but, you know, they must have done it a few years ago, you know. Another great thing is that they've brought out this application for you. I don't know why I'm doing that. You've probably got a better phone than me. They brought out an app which is a Pip-Boy app. So you can actually have an interactable Pip-Boy scrolling through like that, going to your radio and such for iOS and Android. But if you pre-order the collector's edition, you will actually get a working Pip-Boy. You could actually strap a Pip-Boy onto your arm and be like, yep, gonna put some armor on. Of course it won't magically teleport armor on you, it's not that working Pip-Boy, but I mean, it's interactable, you know, it's an interactable, it's one of the best little gimmicks anyone has ever made for a game. It really is. They also announced that they've made a new mobile phone game, which they got ideas from games like XCOM, where it's called Fallout Shelter, and it's actually coming out. Right, he said tonight, but the Americans are far in front, behind one of them. So maybe tonight, or it's today. I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure, but it's called Fallout Shelter. It's coming to iOS and Android, and what it is, you can make your own vault, and you're the overseer. You have control of the people. Your vault dwellers level up and have their own stats. You can buy items, weapon, clothes. You can send the dwellers off to the wastelands doing quests. If you notice my eyes, they keep going down there. I'm looking at my notes. As you can see by my eyes, I've not had much sleep. I've been waiting since 3 AM to watch all that. But anyway, you have to gather resources like food and water and power. You know, you don't look for power, you can make power. Get attacked by raiders, or a spontaneous fire can happen in your vault. And another thing, the way to get more dwellers is, well, what would you expect? A bit of reproduction, if you know what I mean. And of course, because you're overseer, you can rename the babies. But the great thing about this app is that, one, you don't need an internet connection to play it. Two, you don't have to wait for days, hours, or weeks for a room to be built, and then you having to go, all right, well, I'll pay a tenner then just to get that to fasten up. You know, it's not like that. There's none of that. Once you build a room, it's instant. It's a bloody good app. Anyway, guys, this is the talk of Fallout 4. Like I said, if you've not seen the video, head over to bloody Bethesda YouTube channel and check it out. Check it out on Twitch. Past broadcasts, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.